Oh.
Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here. We're back. We're doing some D&D.
Jesus, sound less enthusiastic about it, why don't you?
But having trouble sleeping. Fuck you. So, do you all remember where we left off?
Not a clue.
Faye Kingy decided to have a visit with us and decided to tell us that we fucked up. We have to go.
Oh, right. Yes.
We have to go finish the job we started originally, saving the younglings.
It wasn't just younglings. It was the men and the women too.
Actually, he told us to go kill a baby.
Did he?
No, well, technically.
Technically.
I mean, everything to him's probably a baby, but
Tentacly.
Tentacly, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I know that was a bad pun.
Yeah, that's one way
Yeah.
to put it.
Yeah, just stick. I'm not even gonna say stick to your day job, cause.
I mean, we're just going back to Dead Space.
Ugh.
But here's the thing. There's not even a whole lot of him. If you guys remember, he didn't give you any information. He didn't tell you where this thing is. Son of a bitch. He didn't tell you where this thing is. He just told you that, you didn't really finish a job. But he didn't give you any other information because he didn't have any. He told you everything he knew.
Which is surprisingly lax for a Fey god.
Well, you're trying to take care of something else. You gotta give the people that you're pushing onto it all the information you can. Hey, Saber.
But we were on our way back to Earl Dingleberry to report what we did. We actually got back, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I think we did already report it, yeah. Then
And we
told
also-
them promptly that we needed to leave again.
Yeah, that we have a side job that we need to do that apparently coincides with the job that we fucked up.
That you have no information on.
Well, it's not exactly something we can track, though, is it? Like, what are we supposed to look for? Does anyone remember exactly what the fucking Feylord said? It's somewhere, and at some time it will cause problems for you in some way. We talking vague shit like Nostradamus predictions?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
God damn it. So then we're literally just living with this information until something clicks.
That's kind of the way we usually roll, honestly. Here, point them in the direction. Here, go.
Just fucking that way,
Fine.
asshole! That way, murder hobos! Avanti! Schnell! I'll be right back.
Alright. Yeah, that's the information you guys were left with. And come morning of a new day, are you guys staying at Auntie Karen's place?
Well, I assume that I went back to my temple.
Also, I have a bit once Toedak gets back.
Alright. We'll wait for Toedak to get back, the slacker.
As I guess we wait for Toedak. Are we going to get any downtime now that we're back at the city?
No. Not this time
Okie
around.
dokie.
Taking care of a minor headache. I slept monkey and haven't been able to take anything.
Oh, Rudd.
Yes.
Uh, hmm. Here said I gave a 50 plat down as a deposit for a future mithril adamantium plate armor commission that I don't need anymore.
Dear God. Actually, really got a picture, Mike.
And you gotta stop paying such close attention to my bullshit.
Well,
All right.
when.
All right, now that you're back, I guess as we're like discussing what to do after we leave the Duke's mansion, Auntie Karen walks away slightly from the both of you and just says,
All I can think of is you're a Hanna-Barbera character.
I was more going from Gruntilda from Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Anyways,
Any
in Dusk's mind, she hears, "Well, goodbye."
what?
Are you going home or
She's not going in the direction of
it
her
seems
house. She looks like she's going towards in the directions of one of the gates to the city.
What?
where are you off to, Auntie Karen?
Bag. I have to go find Bag. It was great traveling with you all, but I need to go.
Toedak doesn't know what's going on except that Auntie Karen's fucking off.
Yeah, I'll mention it to Todak. In
Rex
passing.
doesn't
Well,
want to
not in
let Auntie Karen go, but Todak's like, okay, bye.
um, Auntie Karen, I mean, is this something that you would do? You know, do you need help? If this is a task that you need done, as a team, we can tackle it together.
Well, thank you. That thank you means a lot to me. Thank you. I haven't seen him in so long. I can't remember the last time I've seen him. I thought it was 100 years, but I thank you, thank you.
Turns out
There we
And
go.
it was like a year ago.
Yeah, but Auntie Karen's mind, I'm sure, is turning just about as much mush as her body.
Probably.
So is Dusk going to just say, Todak, we're going to go help Auntie Karen, or is Todak
um,
going to?
well, at this point, I'm just trying to discern whether or not Auntie Karen even wants the help. It seems as though it would be accepted, so he is going to say to Todak, tell Todak that Auntie Karen is intent on pursuing a lead for one of her own um, what do you call it, quests,
What's the lead?
and that somebody that that bag this bag person is alive and needs to be found. She wants to head off and start looking immediately.
Yes, Oberon told us that Bag, Auntie Karen's twin brother, is in Castle Matorius.
Cool. As long as I got a direction to go, Todak doesn't give a fuck, and he wants out of this city. We're going. Todak wants out of this place. It smells like pink skins and asshole.
I will meet you at the front gate. I just need to drop some things off at my temple.
Oh, Todak should probably get in touch with his clanmates.
Maybe it's best to wait a day or so. Just
Mm,
prepare. Uh, Thank you again.
As long as you don't go walking off on your own.
Of
All right,
course.
then I assume that now the next day happens.
Well, you guys can do whatever you guys want to do it until the next day. Yeah.
My Dusk is intent, or she's going to go back to the temple, and she is going to make a large deposit to um, further the temple's growth and all of that good stuff.
Okay. Large deposit of money.
Yep. 100 platinum.
Good
Hot
God.
diggity fuck! That church
Wow.
doesn't fucking become the dominant religion in the area, because after that, I will be fucking pissed.
With your donation, they start gilding the walls gold.
That donation.
If
If that's what they use the money on, Todak's
yeah,
hunting the priests.
well, there is something to be said about making something spectacular, because spectacular does draw in people. The more
You say
what do you
gold,
call
I say holy silver to keep the demons away.
it?
Both
The,
options work.
what they use it on, I would strongly encourage means means to defend and protect, as well as take care of the those that need taken care of. So fill in provisions and you know
Standard priestly
stockpiles
crap.
for stockpile for like a coming disaster or anything like that. You know, if there was a sudden influx of refugees, they would have the funds to actually help support them for a
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, don't worry. I absolutely know your intentions.
Now,
Yeah,
what the intentions of the people who receive that money are is another question altogether.
yeah. Well, there is
Because
that.
they are still human.
Or should we pray today? The building made out of solid silver? Sure. All right. Yeah. Then no, they're very shocked, but they take the donation very happily.
And the suggestion with a grain of salt.
Yeah, and the added bonus is I'm not carrying as much weight anymore.
Yeah, that's 100 platinum off your ass.
I am going to place the rest of the coin that I have into like a bank or whatnot, just so that I don't need to carry it around. Because
There's
that's all it is. It
banks?
is old. I'm assuming they do.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I mean, there's a guy named Bank, and he sits at the tavern with a really red nose and an empty mug.
I mean, with that type of investment, you can turn the church into a bank.
So how much would you
Yeah,
be putting into the bank?
I'm just going to switch it over to off of my weight allowance and put it into notes under treasure instead.
I'm just curious how much.
Say another 100.
Okay. So you get up to
100
the bank, and
platinum.
this guy looks. He's like, you'd like to set up an account with us? Absolutely. And you'd like to put in 100 platinum, and it's gone.
Well, Todak knows which building's getting burned down first.
I'm kidding. It's a
If
bit from
need
South Park.
if
It's a bit from
need
South
be, I
Park.
could always go in with a zone of truth on and make and interrogate the shit out of them first.
I know it's a bit from South Park.
It's a bad bit.
It's a hilarious bit.
Also a bit from Hollow Knight.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah,
What is? Well, if that's all you're gonna do, Todak's probably not gonna do too much more, honestly.
just double check provisions, make sure everything we need is on hand, and then head back out.
Well, as morning comes, before you even have a chance to really get out of bed, there is a young lad who happens to knock on the door of the temple, or wherever it is that Dusk is staying right now, and Auntie Karen's place.
And Todak's just wherever.
Yeah, Todak's hard to track down. This little boy just like knocking, just like, hello, I need to speak with someone, please.
Oh, what is it that you need?
I have a letter from the Earl.
Who is it for?
Why, it's for you, Miss Dusk.
See it.
Like this is
He
my
hands
tiny
you the letter, and then he runs off.
and then vanishes because Toedak decided he wanted fresh meat for breakfast.
What does this letter?
Waiting for Auntie Karen as well, because Ken
Oh
be
well,
typing.
then yeah. After knocking on the door for a moment to waking her up, you hear from the other side, "One moment, let me put on my face."
That's a
Ah!
terrifying fucking thought. Legit, she's putting on her face.
You haven't even rolled
No,
yet either.
yeah, probably literally, but also she's a woman. She's putting on her makeup and whatnot, and by that she's putting on her face mask and whatnot, and also shrinking down from her hideous appearance. And after a while, yes, hello,
The boy looks up like, are you Auntie Karen?
yes, hello. What do you need of me?
I have a letter for you.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so nice of you to bring it here. May I see it?
He hands it to you, his hands shaking, kind of terrified.
Oh, thank you so much. As she takes the letter and puts the platinum piece in his hand.
A platinum piece. This kid's going to live well for the next 5 years.
Thank you so much, miss. I can feed my family. I can get medicine for my sister.
Oh, Auntie Karen pats him on the head. If you ever need a doctor, you can always come see me. I'll be happy to help.
He,
Tell him to find Toedak.
he runs
He'll never
off.
have to worry about food again.
And Todak won't have to worry about food for the day.
Toedak won't have to worry about food ever.
For one child, you'd be a day. It'd be a day.
Depends on which form.
Either or. I mean, it's a small little child. You ain't gonna get much meat out of a sickly little child, man. like, like, are you thinking this is like some sort of freaking 6 foot tall giant child just like stocked with meat? Like, no,
No,
fuck
no,
you.
no. This is a regular child, but he has a family.
No, the letter says to address to either or of you, depending. Like, for Auntie Karen, it'll start off one way. Dusk, it starts off another. In case the letter has not been able to find the other, uh, this has been sent out to you as we have found information on the missing people.
You mean the ones that we were sent to find?
No, the ones that have been missing from the city.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
if I remember right, the city was there were humans, specifically humans, disappearing.
Yep.
Oh,
And
that's terrible.
the Duke, the Earl, while a quite busy man, is unable to meet with you today. They point you in the direction of Castle uh, Martoris, the same place where Bag is.
Yeah, Auntie Karen's eyes go wide at that.
And they task you with recovering anybody that you can and dealing with whatever problem is there.
Okay.
And you will be rewarded quite handsomely.
I still don't have a
Double
concept of how
inspect.
much fucking money Todak has.
Todak has around 6, according
I
to
don't think
my notes.
I don't think he spent much, so you probably have like 200-ish.
I haven't spent
He's got
a thing.
Yeah, he's got over 200. Wait, actually, you did. You had have
Oh,
spent
that's right.
money, but you didn't spend it directly. You spent it.
That's right, the oil and the explosives and the other things that made Todak giggle and burn a town down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're out of that.
Yeah,
For now.
He's not wrong. But Todak is still not to be found. So go ahead, meet with the Earl. Todak's still doing his thing.
Well, he didn't summon you to the. He just basically said the letter just says go.
Yeah, after getting the letter and seeing the location we need to go to, Auntie Karen's going to quickly scramble through her place, grab some stuff, close the door, lock it, and then try to. Dusk's easier to find, so she's going to go find Todak first. Just try to inform him.
And where is Todak?
Oh, I just sent you a message. I wasn't sure when we were going to
Oh,
get to that.
there it is. So when I'm streaming, I don't usually get Discord notifications because it's streamer mode.
While they're doing that, Dusk is going to go shop spell cards.
Okay.
She
It
has
doesn't.
big ticket items that she needs.
So we'll get to that. Auntie Karen, do you know where you're going to be looking for Dusk, or are you just going to be like looking through the city?
I was going for Todak first, so I was
Sorry,
going to
yeah, I meant Todak.
run out to run out of the city, head towards the nearby forest. Basically, the place where usually you have to go help Todak when he's got his hairy time of the month.
Okay. Then we'll
Harry
go.
Town, fuck you.
We'll go over to Todak as you hop along and you get back to your clan, and you see quite a few grung there, and they look. Ah, the great Todak has returned.
Excellent. Report on everything you have found.
Well, we have found quite a few things. We have hunted quite a few large animals, and we've been able to sustain ourselves, keep ourselves under the radar so we don't attract the attention of the humans.
Humans. Yuck. Patooey.
Yeah. We'd rather not get the clan wiped out by a bunch of hunters.
Well, wipe out hunters with the clan. But is good. So we basically what's going to happen is we're going to educate each other. We're going to share information and trophies and skills and other such things.
Okay.
And if they happen to find any other grung worthy of joining the clan.
Well, if you look, there actually is quite a. About, let me just see. How many people have they gathered extra? There's about 8 new grung that you haven't seen before. Because your clan is relatively small. 8 new people is quite a bit.
Yes, I'd say. So, what I'm sure I'm not going to dive into the minutia of these 8 new people, but they're not going to receive the gift of the Todak until they prove themselves worthy hunters and fighters. So until they come with their own trophies, or they have a really and they have a really good story about their kill, they're just going to stay grung for now.
Right? One of them actually does hop up. It's like, you must be our leader. Yes, I have been quite a good hunter. I have taken down many things, and I present you this Todak as my trophy.
Interesting. What he bring?
He brings you a spike from a manticore. You recognize it almost immediately.
Because I have spikes like that. I do, in fact, have manticore spikes.
Yes, you do.
Interesting. A manticore. A very worthy kill.
Yes, I took it down myself.
Is there any way to prove like my manticore spike probably isn't the freshest anymore? So can I use it to compare it to his to see that he didn't just scavenge it?
Absolutely. You can give me a survival check. Yeah, it's still relatively fresh. It'd be no more than about 2 weeks old.
But it looks harvested, it looks fresh, it looks like he took down a manticore by himself.
Yep.
Yeah, he's getting the gift.
Or at the very least, he was part of a party that took down it.
Well, he claims to do it by himself, and he probably not want to lie and get
No one
ganked
would
by
lie to
Toedak.
Todak. Yeah, Todak will literally eat him. Yes, then he gets the gift. I guess I have a second in command for my tribe,
Yes.
and I tell him that this one is worthy of receiving the gift of Todak. You may pass on and handle the transformation process like I did for you.
Yes, excellent. We will get him welcomed in as soon as possible. We just need to acquire the silver.
Excellent. I mean, I have the silver chains, right?
Well, they need more, because, the more the people that get the gift, the more silver chain you're going to need.
Right. But if I can limit it to be, say, I guess, yeah, they would need more silver because even during the moon, they're all going to need to be tied down. Yeah,
Yep.
okay. Perfect. I will see about getting the funds to these fine grung. And then Auntie Karen probably stumbles into the woods into a circle of grung, and we're all just croaking at each other.
At this point, yeah, it's just after you inspected the Manticore and you told him that this guy can get the gift. You see Auntie Karen shambling up, and the grung all go, "It's someone else, not human."
Is better than human. Is Karen, Auntie Karen.
Yeah, I think your grung probably know who Karen is, so they see her. She's like running on all fours. Her lobster claws are out in full force, like pushing her along.
And she's the food bringer from time to time.
Probably also your clan's doctor, if anything.
The healer is here on all fours. Something must be wrong, Toedak.
Todak shall handle it.
Wait, I just remembered something. Meh. Okay, good. Nothing happens then. Andy Karen just like huffing and puffing. She hands you the letter. I have no idea if you can read or not.
Todak can't read. I mean, he's smart enough to, but why would he?
Yeah.
It's funny. I think it's probably funny. Like you take the letter, it's upside down. Interesting.
Todak reads all these things and tell Todak why he should care.
The Earl wants us to go see the castle. Castle. Uh, humans captured. Go there. Bag there. Bag there.
Ah, then Todak will go. Is there actually the name of the castle in the letter?
Yes.
I tell my grung to head in the direction of this castle and begin searching for things. A new hunt begins.
Yes, absolutely. We will be there in case you are in need of assistance. Humans can be quite difficult to deal with in large numbers.
Even on a good day.
Let's go.
And then all the grung just start chuckling in grung.
Karen just hears croaking.
Karen starts croaking along.
We like this one.
Amazing. Auntie Karen is honorary grung. Cool. So then Todak will go back with Auntie Karen.
All right, yeah, you can absolutely head back to the city, and Dusk, you are heading to the shop to get what was it again?
I need a collection of spell components, large spells.
All right. What exactly are you looking for? Like diamonds and stuff?
Diamonds. Yeah, a lot of diamonds. Diamonds would be best. More diamonds.
Concern.
Jewel thing for seeing. All kinds of shit.
Okay. The diamonds, surprisingly enough, are easy to find. Uh, there is a jeweler that usually makes his own stuff, and when you come in, it's like, ah, you must be the saint that everybody has been talking about. Oh, how can I help you?
Good evening. Good morning. Well, yeah, good morning. I am here in hopes of finding some diamonds, diamond dust, and ruby dust.
And rubies. Well,
Yes, pretty sure ruby dust.
also you're breaking up quite a bit.
Sorry. Any better?
A little bit. Ah, well,
So, yes, diamonds, diamond dust, and ruby dust.
ruby dust
Specifically.
specifically, yes. Well, that is going to be quite the sum. How much exactly would you be looking for?
Um,
I'm assuming a saint such as yourself, you will need diamonds of specific size and quality as
the
well.
300.
A single diamond worth
The
300?
300. Another one for 500. Diamond dust for. Hmm, let's see. This could break my bank. I got 500, 300, 100 in dust, and 50 for
The ruby?
ruby.
I see. Well,
So 950 with
he hands you the two diamonds first. They are relatively large in size. Very nice sheen to them. And then he grabs a single rock and places it inside of a bag, and he puts his hands over it and says a small little chant, and you just hear almost like glass shattering. Then he ties the bag up and hands it to you. And it looks, and it's like, oh, now where's that ruby? Ah, yes.
that's a trick.
Well, diamond is rather hard, so it's best to use magic to try to break it. Same with rubies. Though
Oh,
ruby's not
absolutely.
as hard. And he places a bunch of rubies inside of a bag, and he says the same chant, and you hear the same sort of glass shattering, and hands you another bag. It's like, there you go, and I do hope you come by again. Hopefully,
Uh,
you don't have to
with
use
any
those for.
luck, I won't. Yeah, with any luck, I won't need to use any of these. But I'm sure that if I need more, I will definitely.
Well, I always appreciate the patronage of people who like to spend money,
Yeah,
but who doesn't,
that's,
eh?
that's exactly.
With
Thank you
diamond
very much. Off.
with diamond dust and ruby dust, it does need to be dust. So two of them had to get
I,
crushed, the
I
other two
don't
didn't.
quite remember why, but I made a list. And I've got money to fill it.
All right. So you got those, and there was anything else you needed?
Silver to powdered silver, 25.
Powdered silver, 25 gold worth.
If he's a jeweler, I could probably get that there too.
Yeah, absolutely good.
Actually, that was a question I was gonna ask. I understand that powdered iron and powdered silver is a thing. You can get in like a little baggie and you just dust things with it.
Yeah.
Would that work if I like were to just douse one of my arrowheads, like tap it against a thing of powdered iron? Would it count as iron damage?
Uh, Not specifically. You'd probably need to make some sort of delivery unit.
Coat it in poison first, but it would lose its poison effect.
Well, poison
That's
sticks.
yeah, poison
Poison can.
sticks and iron would stick to the poison.
Well, it's,
Yeah, yeah, that might.
well, it depends on what exactly it is that you're putting on there. Like, say if you're putting on like blessed silver, It would lose its poison effect if you're gonna coat your body's poison onto it.
Basically, what I'm trying to think of here is what is the most efficient way to do different types of damage with bows and arrows, mostly arrows, without actually having like a quiver filled with like 6 different kinds of arrows. So, powdered silver, powdered iron, first apply poison to the arrowhead, and then powder it with the iron. Then you have a sticky
I'm just
arrow
curious
covered in
why you're
iron.
trying to cover an iron-tipped arrow in iron.
It's not iron unless it's indicated that it's iron. I believe I
No,
used
they
to
are.
believe. Oh, well then fine.
It's 5e thing.
Then silver it is. Then there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 5e, it's like they're all iron-tipped arrows.
Yeah, sadly, there's not really anything that are weak to iron in 5e. Not even
Yeah.
the Fae.
I mean, yeah. You can put it in, but in order to keep things simple, they kind of sort of gloss over that. So
Now there are still
silver
things
is
that,
typically,
yeah,
yeah, either silver or a magic item is
Okay.
usually the catch-all.
Well, just so long as my thought is at least getting across.
yeah. I was confused about the iron, but the silver made sense.
So
There's
yeah,
There
also
is, however, cold iron, which is more or less the weakness of some Fae.
yeah, and I believe cold iron is a way to affect certain ethereal things as well.
I'm not sure in 5e if it's like that, but maybe.
Maybe it was silver for certain ethereal things, but I know cold iron, I believe, is still a thing in 5e, and it's
Yeah,
used for
cold iron is for Fae, and I think silver is more for like ethereal and undead, and
yeah,
some devils and whatnot.
yeah. Well, because I know in another game we actually had a slight argument over whether or not certain things had silver or silver weakness, and then they fought a bone devil, and they had their weapons coated in silver. Which
yeah.
Mhm.
also there is the thing that you could just get liquid silver and have a canter of that.
Oh,
Just start
uh,
shooting people with mercury.
before we leave, I also need to offload this Hydra head, this false Hydra head.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
they are.
we were taking that to the Earl to prove that we weren't full of shit.
I thought you already took that to him.
That in just making sure so that I can remove it from my
Yeah. Now I believe you guys
my
dropped it off to him so that way they could check it out.
queue. Good, that's good.
So, the man looks at you. He's like, "Well, pounded silver is something I can absolutely do, but may I ask what you'd be using it for? It's kind of a odd request."
Who you talking to?
You, since you wanted to try to
For
get it,
which one?
the powdered silver. You wanted powdered silver.
Oh, spells, powdered silver. What is it?
It's for ceremony. It makes holy water, or you
Okay,
can get married
yes.
with me.
Could accidentally marry
Or
the Toedak to someone, and then he
more,
becomes a
more
widower.
appropriately, yes, I can marry people.
Actually, if we get married, we get permanent 1+1 to AC.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe it's not permanent. Maybe it's just 1 week. I can't quite remember.
It's 1 week. I'm pretty sure it's just
Yeah, right before a boss fight. I now have you man and monster. Go kill a thing.
Actually, in this case, it's woman and monster.
each target gets a +2 to AC.
Ooh.
Lasts for 7 days.
You know, if you cast that on a if you married a zombie and their spell holding them together fell apart, or they just so happen to disintegrate, then you technically could just remarry another zombie and so on and so forth.
There was a thing I read about ceremony that involved either bringing somebody back to life repeatedly or something like that, and just getting like a almost permanent stat boost.
Yeah,
But it
but
involves somebody dying over and over and over again. He looks like that's a very underutilized request. All right. I do
Uh,
have a little bit of silver that I could powderize. If you just give me one moment. He heads to the back and how much?
he probably actually he probably already has parts. So if he is a jeweler, using files to file down jewelry, so on and so forth, will create silver powder, and they would
Yes.
collect silver and gold powder. They probably have it in like a collection box or something like that.
Well, his powdered silver and gold for him is relatively quite rare. He actually just repurposes it into other rings and other bits of jewelry. It's like how much?
Okay,
How much were you looking for?
that's
How
just
much?
25,
25.
25 gold.
He comes back with a pouch and a few rings and inside of it, and he jingles it a bit. It's like, all right, well, I just changed this back into solid metal, but he holds it and says a few words, and you see his eyes glow this time, and you hear the sound of metal creaking and under, like, as if it's under great stress, and
Hmm,
then the same shattering of glass sound, and hands it to you, and the jingle is no longer there. You just get this bag
impressive.
that seems to be has sand in it, but in this case, it's powdered silver.
Thank you very much.
Oh, not a problem at all. I do quite a few things with that. I also make liquid silver as well, if it's ever needed.
Um, not that I'm aware of, but I'll get back to you if that changes.
Well, powdered silver actually is not used that much in this part of the in this part of the world. They make holy water
Yeah,
a different way.
really? How do they make it?
They burn the hell out of it.
That's boiled, not
DM loses a point somehow.
Nope. But no, that's that. They have their own little ritual, and it just involves a lot of holy fire.
I mean,
all right.
pretty sure, like in real life, technically, if you pour holy water, if you pour half a holy bit of holy water into a jug and then fill the other half of the jug with water, that makes two things of holy water.
There's a whole actual thing about it. Um, they joke about it in like, or I shouldn't say joke about it, but it showed in like Supernatural and other things. But part of it is actually like actually blessing the water. You can't just like pour in holy water and have it be as the rest of it become holy water. It's a thing.
Yes, it is a process.
Not technically in real life, because I remember hearing a story about a family who's been only drinking Pope blessed holy water for pretty much their entire lives.
Hmm,
Yeah, but I mean,
to what effect?
I just mean like there's the actual. It also depends on which sect we're talking about. But let's not get into actual religion.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, they have their own way of making holy water. It doesn't have the same effect as like a spell. It takes a lot longer, but they have their way. Because most of them are not adventurers who are just ready to bless water at like a moment's notice.
Right. You two, just refresh my memory. Do either of you have the ability to detect good and
Detect good and evil?
Why would Toedak need to detect good and evil?
I have
evil? Well,
protection
it's a pretty
from.
low level spell.
I can protect. I cannot detect it though. I can only like detect Fey if they're within a certain mile of my lantern.
So you can detect, but not protect. Okay,
Let
I can
me
drop that.
let me see here. Maybe I can ask the forest spirits to do a thing.
Oh, no, no, I'm just looking to make room on my spell list for.
Nope,
Uh,
I can only detect good and evil, and I can detect poison. Good and evil are
yeah,
constructs of people who live in cities.
detect. So you can detect good. S- revivify, putting them.
All right.
Alrighty, then I guess as I have Toedak with me and we're running back into the city, I guess Toedak probably assumes we're heading towards death, but eventually Karen ends up running straight towards the magic item shop if she can.
I guess Toedak goes
Mag-
with. Toedak just
Magic
looks at the
ham?
shop and like, has dusk moved?
Karen heals. Karen protect, but most importantly, Karen can't detect. So you're going to the magic item shop, and I'm guessing you want to go for those the items that you sent me because I have not had a chance to look at those yet.
Oh no, not those. Those are later.
Okay.
Right now, if I can, there's a couple items here that I'm interested in.
Okay, like what?
She's a little envious of Toedak, so she wants to try to get the Gauntlet of Ogre Power. That's like the main item she wants. That would be the last item she can hold in her attunements. The other items would be a bag of holding, the insignia of claws, and then the handy spice pouch for food.
Okay. Give me one
Oh, that's
sec.
right. My strength is fucking disgusting now.
Yes, envious.
One.
And as you're looking up those items, can I have like a bit skit to see like in this shop see a headband of intellect?
You want to see if you can find a headband of intellect.
Just as you're looking this
That's,
up, just for like a
that's,
funny skit.
that's a good item.
Yeah,
That's a
she's like browsing the store. She finds the headband. She's like, oh. She puts it on, and as it basically touches her head, she just throws it across the side of the room. Just starts cowering in a corner.
Well, I mean, for you getting a something of intellect, that would just be.
Some things are best left unremembered. Yeah, she ended up getting like a plus 12 intellect, but no, that's no. It's funnier when she has 7.
Kind of like a 4 charisma.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find good prices for the items because I don't. The only thing I'm not familiar with is the insignia of claws. Uh,
just use D&D Beyond. Uh, there's pretty simple rules, straightforward for that.
yeah.
Just cross-reference the rarity of the item to the shop price, and
Insignia of claws is from Tyranny of Dragons. Okay.
Yeah, the insignia clause would give her a plus 1 attack and damage to her unarmed attacks. But, she's a horrible
and
monster, so that's going to be often. It also makes her attacks magical, which I think she already has.
Yeah.
The Gauntlet of Ogre Power would give her plus 5 strength,
Yeah.
giving her a plus 2 bonus. Bag of Holding is a bag of holding. Just put that in the chest of preserving to keep everything cold. Same with the spice pouch.
Like I said, I'm just trying to find. I was looking for. I think it was Sane's magic pricing is what I usually use. Sorry. Why the hell is a bag of holding 4,000 gold?
It's relatively common, but everyone wants one.
Still, I think there was a thing about that I saw for magic item pricings that did like a range, and I can't remember how the range was. There's one thing I see bag of holding for like 500 gold, and another thing I see for 4,000. So I'm not.
Various level. It's 4 levels of bags of holding. The first one can hold 250 pounds. The next one 500. So on and
That's
so forth.
that's 3.5 in Pathfinder, and 5e. There's just the one.
Yeah, there's only one bag of holding, and then if you want more, you have to get a portable hole.
Yeah. There it is. All right.
Actually, I think the 3 tiers is basically the handy sack is the lowest, then the bag of holding, and then the portable hole.
Yeah.
There's also the quiver of Ilona, which functions.
Yep, and if you put any of these two magic items into each other, they cause a massive explosion. Well,
Yep.
implosion.
Which
Which
is
is why
why
there's that one
arrow.
there's that one the arrow.
Uncommon, 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 uncommon. So, well, yeah, I'll go for 400 for the bag of holding. The gauntlets of ogre power, they'll be slightly priced higher, so they'll be about 450. The claw would be about the same, as it's while an uncommon magic item, it is a bit more rare around these parts. And the spice bag would only be 50. The spice bag is a very common thing, and it's made quite readily for people.
Okay, then I'll ignore the insignia of claws for now, and I'll put I guess the gauntlets on the counter, the handy spice pouch on the counter, and then the bag of holding on the counter, and then put on 98 platinum pieces. Oh, I seem to be off one. Toedak, do you happen to have a platinum?
Uh, I mean,
That
Todak
would be
might
my
have
negative.
one on him.
Probably not. He gave everything to Dusk.
Dusk has all of Todak coin, but Todak should, if you do not mind waiting.
I'm going to look over to the shopkeeper. Since I'm buying so much, is there any chance for a discount?
Well, you know what? It's a single platinum. It's 10 gold. I'll just take it off the spice pouch. You're buying quite a bit, and you have so much. You know what? I'll just take it as is.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm Auntie Karen. If you ever need some medical treatment, please feel free to come to my home. As she gives her the place of, she gives him the place of her place of residence.
You know, it's
I'm
like,
a doctor.
oh, I will definitely come by if I ever need medical assistance. You must be an adventurer of sorts, but it's been a while since I've seen so much money all in one place. I do hope you take care.
Thank you. Thank you. You take care as well.
He takes the platinum and sets it aside and lets you take the things. One moment before you go, though, as I must disenchant one thing on these items. You know, just so that way you don't die on the way out.
Auntie Karen just sort of cocks her head confused.
He he looks at them and he puts his hands over them and he says a small chant and a little rune appears and glows on each of the items and then disappears.
Smart.
You see, inside of this building, magic cannot work. So I have these runes that will activate as soon as they step outside of the building, and they generally go off with a bang.
Oh, interesting.
Anybody who tries to steal from me usually ends up not living to regret it.
Oh, very smart, man. Very smart.
Well, of course. I mean, look how much this cost. I'd be losing so much money if people started stealing from me.
Auntie Karen
Wow,
just keeps nodding her
that's
head, like,
extreme.
impressed.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's extreme. I would have expected something more to the nature of a security device that requires to be removed in order for it to leave the building, otherwise it gets teleported back in.
Nope. If somebody's gonna steal like that, the punishment is death.
God help the person that tries to rob Toedak. Not only is he going to die, it's going to hurt the entire time he's going. So we have done our shopping. We've done all of our goodie bagging. So does this mean now we go hunt the people?
You guys could absolutely go hunt the people.
Huh? What do you mean? All right, let's go find Dusk.
I'm
Now, Dusk had said that she would meet you guys at the gate, so that's probably where she's going to be waiting.
Well, you guys can absolutely meet up with Dusk at the gate.
Assuming Auntie Karen remembers. Or Toedak cares. But yeah, we're probably an hour late, but we eventually do find you at the gate. Oh, there you are. Where have you been?
Buying some provisions for our ventures. Some pretty big ticket items too. I was going to ask whether or not either of you wanted to chip in.
Oh, sure, I can chip in. As she opens her money pouch and finds it empty. Ah, why am I poor now?
Maybe next time.
What is this poor?
Did you get robbed, Auntie Karen? Is there
No.
obvious uh new new equipment
Did you
on her
did
person?
Yeah, Todak's just gonna offhandedly mention, did you not just buy a whole bunch of things from that weird shyster?
Auntie Karen looks at her wrists and finds the gauntlets and is like, all right. Toedak, arm wrestling contest. You and me right now.
I mean, Todak will not. Does Todak recognize the same gauntlets that he has?
Yours are probably like 10 times more flashy.
We'll see.
And you are definitely stronger.
All right. I mean,
I recommend
Todak.
athletics.
Yeah,
versus each
Athletic?
other.
give me athletics.
I don't have. Okay.
Yeah, you do. You have it. 22. Despite the Todak, you put up a pretty good fight. However, Auntie Karen somehow overpowers you.
You know, she's just like
Well,
staring you
do it
down.
do it
She
in
just
threes. Yeah,
I rolled a 15.
do it in a competition. Yeah, no, 2 out of 3. That's kind of how they. It's like the same way that you would do a conversation debate. You end up doing like 3 rolls. The ones that get the majority of the wins
Yeah.
is the one that ends up coming out on
Oh.
top.
yeah, 2 out of
Yeah.
3 is fine.
Yeah,
2
no,
out of 3? Alright, let's
you
see
guys
what
can
happens.
absolutely do 2 out of 3, but that time around, Auntie Karen won.
It,
Oh
yeah,
God, Toedak.
kind of supposed to.
Todak is not feeling very strong today.
Uh,
To be fair, I've been calculating this for like, oh no, if I don't get these gauntlets, I'm going to be weaker than Toedak. And then, I for sure thought you had at the very least, proficiency in athletics.
I do not have proficiency at athletics, but
Also,
yeah.
everybody needs to hydrate.
I don't know if we just rolled straight strength checks. There we go.
Yeah, you're far stronger than Karen, but I am actually expertised in athletics.
Yeah, I am not.
nice.
I was gonna say, I'm like, holy shit, where is that 12 coming from?
I am expertise.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am built to
that's
grab things and carry them and throw them.
You are
Yeah,
built
that's fair.
different.
You have
technique.
you have raw strength. I trained for this.
Technique.
I have raw strength. You have form.
There we go. Anything at hand. I can actually grab a guy and hit them with another guy.
Oh dear God.
This is why I chose to be a bouncer rogue. I'm trained for hitting people with other people.
Did you see what happened to that bar fight? This woman just picked up a guy and beat another guy half to death.
Yes, I do plan to do that at one point.
A creature of your size or smaller grappled, you can use it as a melee improvised weapon. Dear God.
Yes, and due to being I think it's back alley training, I can when I hit someone with another guy, I get sneak attack off that.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Yes, Auntie Karen is a literal monster. All right.
Oh.
Okay, the bit's over. Moving on.
This is when min maxing is like the best kind because it's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm very expertise at one thing, and it's very stupid, but it's gonna be funny.
All right, the guards look at you as you guys just kind of have an arm wrestling contest right in front of the gate, and are just surprised, less than surprised by the fact that the large woman has overpowered the small frog.
The medium-sized old lady beat the roided out frog.
Well,
To
he
be fair,
doesn't
the
look
roided out
roided out.
frog is still a small creature to you.
Yeah, and he doesn't look roided out. I mean, he's
The gloves, right? Gloves. He could be a freaking twig.
yeah.
I mean, I could transform and then I get advantage and proficiency in athletics, but we're not
But
going to play that game right now.
Yes, we can have our rematch later.
the men look and they're just like, so I take it you're going to be leaving soon, yes?
Yeah, we'll be leaving.
Excellent, excellent. Because you're scaring the people just having an arm wrestling contest right in front of the gate.
Boogie, boogie! And Toedak just leaves.
Oh no, an old lady and a frog are arm wrestling. I'm so scared.
Now just
Well, the
imagine if we
first,
went whole hog in the fight, though.
well, the first they like you guys that like are there like on the ground because there's like no barrels around, and they're just like, oh, this is just weird. Like an old lady is arm wrestling a frog, and then the hand hits, and you just hear this, boom, and everyone's like, oh dear God.
Auntie Karen,
Yes,
question. You went shopping for magic items, yes?
I suppose so, but I don't remember.
Toedak remembers.
Todak, you didn't happen to see anything in those shops that caught your eye, did you? Something that might help you along the way?
As one eye looks in one direction, another in a different direction. No, Toedak seems to have everything that Toedak needs thanks to Crazy Fey Man in the woods.
Let me rephrase that a little bit different. Not that you don't have everything that you need, but there are possibly items that would make you even better. Did you see anything like that? Say maybe magic gloves that make you really strong or something like.
I mean, I'll actually take like out of character. I have no idea what I can actually get for Toedak to make him better at this point. That wouldn't just be cheesing it.
I was kind of aiming for having Auntie Karen help you shop.
Oh, I
I
don't know.
mean,
If Auntie Karen can make a suggestion for Toedak, I'm sure he'd be more than willing to listen.
I actually have a item here that you could probably use: the bracers of archery.
I've already got bracers though. That's the bracers of giant strength.
Double up.
I don't think you can.
No, you can't do it. You can't double up on
So tell you what,
specific shit.
I'll take some time and look at it, but right now I'm gonna say no.
However, you could probably have something custom made into a different form. So rather than bracers, it could be something else. The difference
Potentially,
being that you would have to actually have the thing rather than just buying something.
we could buy some potions.
Yeah, you probably get possibly like a. Well, technically for your character, you probably want to grab as many haste potions as you can. But
There you
Yeah,
go.
maybe getting,
Shoes of holy shit, is shoes of haste a thing or like a belt of haste?
you already have the one shoes I gave you.
Right, right, right. The shoes of track non-detection or non-tracking or whatever the fuck it was.
You can also possibly get goggles of archery.
That's fair. That's something I'll definitely look into. For now, I'll say I don't have any idea, but if we can retro later on that says I just went and bought these after I find something, that'd be fine too.
Yeah.
Also for Dusk, your character might want
Mhm.
to get the Paradet of Wound Closure or the new Crystal Sword that just came out in the Fizzband book.
The crystal sword. I will look at that. The parapet of wound closure would
Also,
counter the. Uh,
Your Angel Curse thing.
nope. Well,
uh,
yes, it would counter that, and I already have.
uh,
Oh, you already have it?
Rex, the
That's the item
bracers
that I
are.
manufactured. That I Yeah, that's the thing that I made first. That was that magic item that I was trying to make.
Okay.
Rex, the bracers were the
Belt.
one made by the wizards. The belt is the
Right.
fire strength, and if you have a pair of magical boots, you need to have that on your character sheet.
They're not magical. They're just They're those fake track boots that Auntie Karen had made for me.
They are magical. They're a common magic item.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
common
Hold on a second
boots of
here.
false tracks.
Oh yeah, there it is. Anklet of false tracks. It's in my treasure section.
Let's see, cloaks. Hmm. Think.
Well,
Okay.
You're pretty good at. Well, actually, what is your Toedak? Uh,
what is Toedak?
what what is your? How's your arm?
Armor currently sits at a whopping 17. It
About
gets up to 21 in beast form.
about a cloak of displacement.
I don't know what that does.
You know how display
Cloak,
space, you always have a disadvantage to hit them? It's basically that forever.
Hmm,
sort of.
maybe.
If you get hit, if a creature has more than one attack, or you're getting hit, pummeled by something, more than one creature, the
Yeah.
first attack you have disadvantage. All attacks on you are disadvantaged until you get hit once for
Yeah, and
that
then
one.
on your turn it activates again.
Yeah, it
But
is a
it
rare
can't
item.
be it is a rare item, but it's also insanely good.
Yep. Or you can try to get a magic item that's has the spell blur on it, because that's more or less the same thing.
Hmm. Again, I'll take a look. I'll see what I find. Maybe some rings would be a good idea.
Right? So, okay.
Yeah, like, I mean, my character already has a problem with charisma, so maybe we'll find something.
Also, remember you can only be attuned to so many items at once.
How many
Yeah.
items is the maximum?
I'm at my cap. I have 3 of 3.
So then I have I have the belt, I have are the gauntlets that the wizards made me part of that?
No, they don't require attunement. Anything that
Okay.
requires attunement is something you
They will
gotta.
mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have one magic item. I have the parapet of closure. I have, and that requires a tune.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take a look, and let's continue the story for now as Todak does some backwoods shopping.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the question. Out of character, you guys know exactly where this is, but did any of you ask where exactly this castle is?
I
I
mean,
assumed Auntie Karen already knew, so I didn't even
hmm,
think to ask.
No. She was just told that that's where he is, not the exact location of it. Unless I'm remembering wrong, but
I think that's actually very valid. That she's been told where to go, but she has no idea where that is.
yeah.
So I'm going to assume like either Dusk or Todak. Probably more Dusk asks where are we going, and then Karen just looks at you wide eyed.
I mean, yeah, she's probably the best one to ask for directions because she has better people skills.
So, Dusk, are you going to be asking?
Sure.
One of the guards looks like I don't know the exact location, but I know it's close to the capital, Altenheim, so you have a better chance of heading there and trying to figure out where it is.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, not a problem. Just I've heard some bad rumors about that place, so be very careful.
What kind of bad?
Well, I mean, the castle is supposed to be abandoned, and at the same time, it's supposed to be heavily cursed. So
Abandonedly cursed.
I also hear that the entire place is shrouded in perpetual darkness. That doesn't matter what time of day it is. Once you get close to it, uh, you will never see the light of day again. But these could just be rumors.
Toedak
Ah,
likes.
well, that is a specific, a very specific. That, geez, that actually helps. Thank you very much. She will. Uh, she's gonna give him a gold.
A gold. Well, thank you,
Well,
miss.
We are some
it
generous
isn't
fucking
much, but
sods.
yeah. Well, actually, she doesn't. I guess you kind of.
Yeah, you're breaking up again.
Sorry.
So we're heading to the capital, is what I gleaned from that.
It would be a good place to start.
Let's go.
Toedak away!
Right? Yeah, you guys can head out, and I'm just going to repath this. Give me 1 sec.
Ah,
I had it up to
that
a
is a
certain
nice.
point. It is a what?
That is a nice sword. I'll have to have one made as a cudgel.
Yep, because from what I've seen, you can actually the crystal sword is actually a generic item. It can be more or less any weapon. We just have to find a crystal dragon and steal its spine.
Yeah, right.
Fucking something easy at least.
Alright. Well, you guys start your travel, and you guys can right away tell this is going to be a long, long travel. It's going to take 12 days on foot to get there at a normal pace.
We have the wagon.
Oh, that's
What's
still.
There's that.
that's still normal pace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a normal pace, but it won't be as draining. A little bit comfort.
That being said, I only have 4 days worth of food for us.
Well,
Toedak hunts.
yeah. I was going to say Toedak hunts.
Yes, I can help with that. I can also create food and water if need.
I think we're fine for now. And we are going near a river at one point or a stream, so we do have means to get food.
We shall not go without, be it living off the land or magic.
Yeah, oddly enough, I have a pretty good survival skill.
No doubt.
I need to set up my stream deck to have a soundboard on it too, because I just need like a nice sound.
A nice sound?
Yeah,
Is it something pleasant?
like nice. Well, I mean, the number I just rolled kind of is calling for it.
What did you do?
I rolled a D100.
And did what?
Got a 69.
Nice.
Anyway. Don't encourage him!
Encourage the DM. Well, as you guys go along, the first couple of days is actually rather uneventful. You see quite a few people traveling on this road. Uh, they just seem like, your average peasants, people going for trade, trying to sell food or trying to buy food, empty carts or full carts. And the plains here are relatively, well, safe, as you see guards every now and then walking from outposts. A couple of garrisons along the road too, small little things like this is the road to the capital. It is going to be the most well, like the as well defended as possible.
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
As you say, one of the merchants we pass are offering to sell food. I more or less ask, could one of you possibly spare a platinum, just buy some provisions, just in case.
Oh yeah, of course.
Toedak doesn't have coin. We've been over this.
But I do. So
You have
see,
Todak's coin.
I do. I have Todak's coin. Uh,
Now, when you said 200 earlier, did you mean 200 gold or 200 plat?
Plat.
you have 205 platinum, 400 and not 400, 205 platinum and 41 gold, 3 silver.
I'm so glad to have a bookie.
I feel like just for the sake
Yeah,
of it, you should be keeping track of your own money.
I mean, it doesn't
we
make
got
sense for me to care. I mean, I
I mean,
appreciate
out
what
of
you're doing
out
there.
of character, keep track of your own money.
That might be more appropriate.
it's
No, Todak, I still have your shovel and pick.
Yeah, Todak's gonna forget about those.
Everyone, everyone else is carrying Todak stuff.
Except Todak. I have an entourage.
You have pack mules.
You have 25 strength, yet carry nothing.
Nice. Which is an excellent trick, isn't it?
speaking of which, I think I'll be the next one to get a pair of gloves. What's those gloves give you? A 19 strength
Sorry,
Overpower.
it's a belt actually.
No,
belt?
well, you have the
The
belt, but Karen
There's
has
the
the
belt of
gloves.
fire, the belt of fire giant, belt of fire giant strength, and then there's the gauntlets of ogre power that I have, which are the weakest version.
Yeah. Well, there's several belts depending on which giants we're talking about, but
You know, if we ever fight a giant, we can always just steal his toenails and then make our own belt.
I don't think I want to even know how you know that.
Yeah, fire
Yeah,
giant's
yeah.
strength is, well, giant strength items are made from the toenails of giants, or same thing with the giant strength potions.
hmm
Charming.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
I'm pretty sure we actually had toenails at one point of a giant, some giant kind of, but we sold that a while ago.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Although, depending on what
So
happens, if you guys find a giant, one of them is just going to club you, and it's just going to be like, whoa, this guy is floating in the air.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The giant tries to hit Andy Karen. Andy Karen steals his club. Right now.
And then
Uh,
Todak wrestles him to the ground.
that would be an interesting sight, because it's all because giants are still incredibly goddamn strong.
Yeah, there's a
Yep.
lot of hit points.
Like they'd be as strong as you, but bigger, so you'd still have a hell of a time getting them down.
Yep.
But yeah, okay. So we bought extra supplies now.
Yep. You guys at this
Yeah,
point are setting up camp. Like it's been a few days of traveling, and you guys are setting up camp right next to a river just to kind of, relax. It's help Todak with his water bits.
yep. Speaking of that,
I am like the
s-
most pampered war frog ever.
Todak is going to help with your provisions, Auntie Karen, for let's see. What is it? What were you spending on your supplies?
Uh, I was
Three
going to add.
silver.
Well, uh, a ration costs for one person. That's 5 silver. So for 1 platinum, that's 20. I think that's 20 rations.
Got 1 platinum worth of rations.
Yeah, it's 1 platinum. I believe is at least 20 rations.
You said one ration is 1 silver, right?
5.
Oh, five. Okay, that's what I was like. That
Yeah,
doesn't
a
sound right.
ration is different than fresh food.
What? Oh,
Fresh food is considerably cheaper.
yeah.
Uh,
No,
It's just
I just
last
thought
longer.
I heard him differently.
if we buy like fresher food, can we? It's fine for now because I know in my Dynasty, my other game, he more or less
Honestly,
has to buy a chicken, which is 1 copper piece for a meal.
yeah. Honestly, if we're going to be traveling on the road to town, we'll probably have more than enough opportunities to buy fresh produce and fresh food. Uh,
Especially for traveling along the highways.
yeah, yeah, from traveling merchants and farms and so on and so forth in the local area.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
That being said, as I guess if Toedak and you want to still make survival checks to try to get hunt some stuff, that probably
Fresh
as well.
meat.
That as well. And as you do that, Auntie Karen's probably also going to make, if allowed, herbalism checks to get food for my ox.
yeah. Go ahead and make a. Well, go ahead and make a. Yep. So Todak, you managed to find quite a few small game, but like plenty of it, and you get to hunt them and kill them, no problem.
Get
Karen,
to.
well, yes, you get to. You have the privilege of doing it. Karen, you do manage to find enough food to feed the ox for a couple of days. And Dusk, you also managed to find some small game. This will keep you fed for quite a
Or
few days.
fishing.
Well,
Like,
oh, you're going fishing?
yeah, as we're going. Well, if there's an opportunity for like creeks or streams or ponds or whatever,
All
she'll
right.
just toss it in line.
Finally got the opportunity to use that fishing pole I gave you.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. No,
I'm sure she uses it regularly.
when you go fishing, because you guys are again right by a small little river, you find you managed to reel in not a whole lot of fish, but a few big fish. Like
Mm,
you could definitely get them prepped for a few meals. Hey, Joka.
good, good, good. Long story short, we're not
Not
hurting
you're not
for.
hurting on food. At this point, if you guys are hurting on food, some of you dull fucked up.
Well, there is technically five
Yeah,
of us because there's the three of us, then my ox, and then my dog.
Yeah,
You have a dog and an ox?
Yes.
yeah. There's six of you if you include Mock.
No
Yeah,
one
but he doesn't
includes
eat.
I don't think
No,
Mock.
no.
That being said, with all the food we're getting, he can probably eat. Also, I do have a name for my dog. His name is Finn. That one guy I gave a tongue to. Oh, my boy, my boy.
That's hilariously entertaining.
Also, you don't have to do it now, but if you could give me a ox character sheet because I still have the draft horse one, but that draft horse is long gone.
All right.
And now I think about it, I'm not sure if you can actually. Oxes are weird, so you might not have a character sheet. And if you don't, then that's fine. I can just set up the horse one.
Give me one sec.
Uh, I think an ox is basically what 1 minute, not 1 or 2 minutes, 4 at best.
Oh no, oxes are actually rather sturdy.
Also, yeah, I don't think there is an ox sheet. Either that or I don't know the specific 3 letters I have to type in for an ox, considering an ox is 2 letters.
Yeah, that's odd, and it is it's a Volo's Guide to Monsters animal, so it might not even be in the thing.
I don't know if I have Volos on here. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just edit the character sheet.
All right. Yeah, no. Your first few days, you pass by with no difficulty at all, and you have a nice, relaxing night at the end of the last few nights. As you guys keep progressing down, and again, a few days pass, and on the side of the road, you actually see somebody laying down. They seem to be hurt or bleeding, and there's no guards in sight.
Toedak is immediately suspicious.
Toedak, I'm gonna go check that out.
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit. I heard my name and then check it out, and I'm like, okay, Toedak,
I'm
go.
going to go. No, I'm going to go check
Oh,
it out. Keep watch.
Toedak, do.
The desk will approach to check to assess the situation. Although uh, I want to check the area for like an ambush or something of that nature as I'm approaching.
All right, give me a perception check.
Perception. 13.
Well, as far as you can tell, this does not seem to be any sort of an ambush.
Then I'm going to go over and see if there's something that can be done. Is this person alive, moving,
Uh,
or
give me a medicine check.
Sorry, I was checking out what I'm affected with today. Can I go with Dusk?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, then I'll since Dusk's on the lookout, Auntie Karen will do the medicine check.
sounds good?
This person seems to be alive and breathing, but they seem very weak.
All right, then after noticing this, Auntie Karen looks over to Dusk and says, "Wah, wah."
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, I got that again. If I can, I'm going to try to just can I make another they're alive at least I know. Can I just like do like a sort of overall check of their body, see if they're anything what could be causing them to be this weak, if they're like dehydrated or malnourished or something.
I don't know. The blood on
Bleeding.
the ground is probably a big hint.
He's bleeding. So
Ah,
stabilization, medicine kit.
okay, then can I make another medicine check to stabilize?
Yep. Yep, they are stabilized, and they look up at you weakly. And it's like, thank you, and they pass out. They're not dead, but they black out.
I'm
What
going
was
to
that?
I'm going to
Sounds
fix
like
them. Yeah,
It
I'm
won't
just
make
going to
a connection.
yeah. It's again Gruntilla from Banjo Kazooie, but I'm going to pick them up and then put them in the cart.
Actually, I think this at this point you're Banjo Tooie, Gruntilda.
Possibly.
You're not trying to be beautiful. You're trying to be alive again.
Yeah.
Well, you can put them in the cart. But everybody, give me a perception check.
Who's the most perceptive person?
oh, Jesus Christ.
Auntie Karen is kicking your ass today and everything.
It really is.
Toedak and Dusk, you don't notice this, but Auntie Karen, you hear what sounds to be almost like the buzzing of bees.
Is it loud or is it just
It's loud and
a
it's
lot?
getting louder, and out of character, you would recognize this as the sound of drones. It's got that same buzz of a drone, but you can. Karen would equate it more to that of a bee.
Okay, then Auntie Karen's just gonna put a hand over above her eyes, just like look out into the distance where she thinks the drone's hanging from, point out in that direction and go.
Oh, that is both the most entertaining and most annoying effect.
Uh, going to try to figure out what the hell that Auntie Karen is motioning to. I will also make a mental connection so that I can actually understand what the hell she's saying.
All right, when we get that mental connection, you immediately hear bees.
Is that what caused this?
Auntie Karen shrugs.
Well, Karen, you can tell that the wound that you stabilized actually looks like it was burned.
Oh, good. They're flaming bees.
Spicy hot bees. Does it look like it was from a weapon, or was it more of like a natural weapon, like from an animal or something?
It you're actually not sure. This is an unfamiliar wound to you. But you can equate it to what would almost be a spell attack.
Ah. Yeah, it was the bloody wizards. Ah.
But yeah, as you guys look, there is something that kind of catches the sunlight as it moves towards you, and you see this red light hit the ground near your cart and pick up like quite a bit of dust, almost like a high impact just hit right next to the cart.
Filled up. Okay. That looks more like flaming arrows.
If you look down at the impact, while there is nothing there but a small little crater, it also appears to be a bit shiny.
I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Are we getting attacked with minute meteors?
We're being attacked by ranged weapons of some sort. Flaming ranged weapons of some sort. Is there anywhere in the area that we can use as cover?
I'd like to take another perception check when allowed.
Yep, go ahead and take a perception check.
Turn the card around and and let's head back out of range, and we can assess what's going
Well, that is definitely an option. Is that what you guys are going to do?
on. Uh-huh.
Makes the most sense right
It's,
now since I can't do
yeah,
anything
it doesn't make any
else.
sense. It doesn't make any sense to drive into it.
Yeah, just
I
try
mean,
to drive the cart away somewhere we can like hide it from whatever. We don't want the cart catching fire, at least.
well, you guys get away, and the buzzing does not seem to follow you. And the
Toedak,
what was catching the light in the distance before is now you can no longer see it as well.
Okay,
see,
I heard my name.
I was going to be. Oh, I don't have that spelling. Damn it. I was going to turn you invisible, but the invisibility that I wanted to use on you lasts longer than I can do.
Well, that's fine. Toedak can't see where the fucking thing is anyway. He's not sure why everyone's hiding under the fucking cart. Fucking hanging out there like a gobsmacked individual.
Auntie Karen points over to you, Toedak. Just says, "Meh," and she opens her mouth real wide.
Toedak looks in her mouth.
No, she closes her mouth and points at you, then opens her mouth again.
Food.
Toedak opens. Leech, leech, leech.
Yep, she tosses a leech in your mouth and you turn invisible. And then she points also in the direction of the buzzing sound.
Toedak immediately fucks the off.
All right. I was wondering whether you're gonna remember about your leeches.
Yes. Specifically, I was going to have you check out one of those impact sites, see if you can't figure out what it was that was being lobbed at us.
I assume that you create the mental link so I can do that.
Yes.
Perfect. So Toedak does the scouting.
All right.
As a good ranger should.
Yeah, you head back up and give me a investigation check if you want to check out that impact site.
Want to?
Yes, if you want to. Otherwise, you don't need to roll the investigation.
All right. Investigation.
It feels smooth like glass. That's all you can gather.
Why is this always the way of things for me?
I don't know. You're rolling terribly today.
All right, give me a second here. So it feels smooth like glass. There's nothing for me to take from it, but it just feels smooth like glass, right?
Well, you never tried to. You try to dig up
I try to
around it.
touch it. Yeah, I try to touch it. I try to dig up around it.
Well, you can dig up around it, and the dirt falls away, and you almost have this perfect half dome, about the size of a golf ball. That if you and you can tell that if you put a bit too much pressure on it, it's just going to break.
What kind of road are we walking on? Sand and dirt?
It's a bit dirt at this point. It's not one of the most well kept parts of the road, so there's no cobblestone path or anything. It's just mostly dirt here.
Okay, well, Todak brings the little item back, and puts it at. Can I tell where the shot would have come from? Probably not. Hey.
No.
So yeah, I just bring back what I found.
Is anybody going to take a look at it?
Auntie Karen is the expert in well, more expert in arcane matters, so I was going to ask whether or not you recognize it by any chance, or
Can I make
figure
a
anything out about it.
either? Yeah, should I make a either investigation or Arcana check on this?
Give me an investigation.
Yeah, you say I'm the expert. No.
This is, from what you can tell, it just looks like a glass bowl that's covered in dirt. And it's starting to crack. But it is black in color.
Auntie Karen just looks at it confused and just makes like a cup with her hand and then like a shoveling motion with her other hand, like just trying to remark that she thinks it's some sort of bowl.
Bowl or an egg? You said it's cracked. Is it hatching?
Well, it's cracking. It's like I said, it's a half dome. So, it's not a full. It's not like a full
alright.
thing. It's just half. I should say, I guess, half sphere or a dome. But yeah, it's not an egg. It just looks kind of like a glass bowl.
Yeah, Auntie Karen just sort of shrugs and hands it over to Dusk.
I have no idea.
Well, you could definitely do an investigation on it if you want to.
Strictly speaking, it's not a skill that I possess.
Well, you can still do it. Who knows? Maybe you'll get better than a natural 1.
I will ask for guidance from my patron investigation. There.
Yeah, you keep breaking up.
Yeah.
No, this just looks like a glass bowl. You have no idea why Todak brought this back. Why it's covered in dirt or where it came from.
Todak's going back
Well,
out
I
to
have
sea.
an idea. It's probably came from the one of the impacts, so I know that much at least.
Well, there was only the
We
one
just don't
impact.
know what.
So
Is it
Toedak,
likely that that was the whistling sound that we heard?
there was no whistling. It was just the buzz. It was a buzzing. Yeah, these
All right,
rolls for the investigation. This is
I'm gonna
hilarious for me.
Is
try
there?
again. I don't have investigation. This is one of the things I'm not good at. But I'm the only one that apparently rolled it, at least
I
decently.
can give you it. Well, I can give you guidance.
Let's throw another D4 on top of that and see what's what.
All right.
18.
So an 18, and you are investigating the glass bowl again.
Yep, the bold thingy that Todak brought back.
All right. Give me an Arcana now.
Oh, God damn it. Can I take a guidance on
I'll
that
give you
too?
guidance for that. As
You have
yes, I'll give
you can have
guidance.
advantage on this one.
Yay! So
You
16.
you can tell that because this came from that impact crater, and you as you look at it and starts to crack, uh, you can tell that this was created from a high heat impact on the dirt. And it
Cool.
was a spell similar to scorching, like scorched ray or something, but it's not the same kind. It's not the same spell. It's something completely different. But yeah, this thing here, as it now shatters in your hand, was created by a high impact, a high heat impact.
Okay. Todak translates all of that as best he can with his limited understanding of the arcane.
So
Let's
what
see.
you're saying is that this thing, some sort of very hot thing, hit the ground, melted the ground, and formed this sort of ball.
Yes.
Well, that's not good.
Sounds like we might have a toll keeper without a bridge, or someone who just doesn't like people, which Todak can respect. But he also shot at Todak, so
Well, shot at the cart. Didn't actually shoot at you. You were not exactly right next to
that
the
is
cart.
my cart.
No,
That is Todak's cart. You have attacked Todak.
I thought that was Auntie Karen's cart.
Nope. Todak sits on it, it's
Well,
his. So
right,
so Todak,
exactly.
still with his invisibility, is
Hang
going
on
to
a
go
sec, guys.
hunting.
Hang on a sec.
You're the fucking intern.
Would you?
And
Did anybody see where the shot came from?
No, but apparently, I believe it came from ahead of, in front of us.
Neat.
I think
All we got
Auntie Karen might
was
have seen. Auntie Karen might have seen the general direction, but that's about it. I think.
Well, if you give Todak a general direction, he'll still fuck off and ruin someone's day.
we could also ask this guy once he wakes up.
Doubt.
Yeah, he might not know anything, but at the very least, we might be able to figure out what caused his wounds.
Someone with an itchy trigger finger and too much magic to know what to do with.
Are we like very close to the location that we were heading towards? Or,
I think we're only in day 2 of travel.
oh, jeez.
I guess this is a prime opportunity to start hammering out ideas for a magic item for Todak that he isn't just finding on the ground or earning from Fey people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I've got the longbow, I've got the belt, and I've got the shoes. So that's actually all of it, isn't it?
Sounds like you got a pretty decent amount of magic items already. Question is whether or not there's anything. More than the more case in point was, did you have a large amount of money?
Well, unfortunately, guys,
There's
something
no
came up,
reason
so
to
I
set
have
up.
to. I gotta go. So I got to call this a bit early.
Okay,
Sorry,
that's
what?
all right.
All right, hey, whatever.
Yeah, it's half an hour early, but still. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Oh,
Yep, good
You
game.
did?
always do. And we'll find out who's being a spell sniping asshole next time.
All right. Talk to you guys
Alright.
later.
Later, everybody. Have a good
Okay,
day.
man.
All right,
Bye.
have a nice day, everyone.